As I told you, maceration is maybe simple or modified maceration. Modified maceration. Simple maceration for drugs which are organized cell structure. Organized. It may be aerial parts or subterranean parts. Aerial parts means leaves, fruits, flowers, buds, stem, bark. Subterranean roots, rhizomes comes under the organized. And this, take the crude drug, dry it and powder it to increase the surface area of the particle, and you add the whole amount of the menstruum. Entire solvent you add it at a time. Proceed for about 7 days maceration. 7 days maceration with occasional shaking. Why? What is the process here? There are 4 steps majorly: endoosmosis, dissolution, exoosmosis, and finally separation. What is the endoosmosis? Entry of solvent into the capillaries of the cell wall. Dissolution, the drug is dissolving in the solvent. Exoosmosis, the solution is coming out from cell wall to the outside to maintain the equilibrium. And after coming out, it is forming a layer around the cell wall, so that the diffusion is affected. To disturb that one, to increase the extraction efficiency, you are going for the occasional shaking. And 7 days process is over, proceed for the straining and completely pressing. Depending upon the method used, the solution is coming out. Okay? And proceed for the next step, filtration. Separate the filtrate and separate the mark. What is mark? M-A-R-C. What is mark? That is the residue left over after extraction process is completed. Here, no final volume adjustment. Why? Here, depending upon the pressing method, the solution coming out may be different. If you adjust the final volume, the strength of solution may be varying, right? And here, ratio between the drug and menstruum, it may be 1:10. 1 part of the drug with 10 parts of the menstruum. Here, example for this preparation, tincture of myrrh. Here, you have to remember 7 days. Right? This is for organized crude drugs. Next, we'll go for the modified maceration process. This is for the unorganized crude drugs. Aloes, opium, tolu balsam, peru balsam. These are a few examples of the unorganized crude drugs. Right? They have the cells but which are not organized. Right? Here in this process, menstruum, take this solvent, divide into 2 portions. 80% and 20%. 4/5 of the volume and 1/5 of the volume. This 4/5 of the volume is for the process of the maceration, and 1/5 of the volume is for the final volume makeup. Right? And this extraction process, maceration process, is for 2 to 7 days with occasional agitation. Here it is 7 days, here it is 2 to 7 days. Right? Here we are adding the entire solvent at a time. We are adding here, dividing into 2 portions, 4/5 and 1/5 portion. Right? Next, proceed for the straining, and no pressing here, because it is not a organized cell. So solvent cannot be retained inside. So even if you strain also, nothing will come out. So no pressing, straining, but no pressing at all. And proceed for the filtration, and you, through the filter paper or through that filter media, you pass the remaining 1/5 of the solvent to make up the volume. To make up the volume, you are passing this one. Here, make up the volume is required. Here, no volume makeup. And when you are taking this filtrate, you are taking this extract, rinse this container with a suitable solvent. Same, whatever menstruum you are using here, use the same one for rinsing also. Otherwise, if you are using water, this extract may not be soluble in the water, it may precipitate out. So, the precautionary measure, this container has to be rinsed with the same menstruum and take the filtrate in that. This is the filtrate or extract of the unorganized crude drugs using the modified maceration process.